Hello guys, what's going on? And today we're gonna do an unboxing of a mystery blue deck. Uh, Blue is, as you may know, my favorite color of the five. It's just very fun to be mischievous and do all sorts of stuff and change the game entirely on a moment's notice. And that's what blue is for. I have been playing this blue deck for quite some time. It's a commander which creates 2-2 blue drakes, and they are flying, and it's tokens. And they get summoned when I cast, sorceries and instances and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's fun, but I feel that it's not quite powerful enough to defeat the whole table. I think I won with it once or maybe twice, but yeah, so. So now we're gonna open a mystery blue deck. I bought it from a guy on Finn, and it looked very promising. So and plays just how I want to play. So that then I indulged myself and bought that. It cost 2,500 kroner, so it was a little bit expensive, but there we go. It is what it is these days. Uh, so we're gonna open it and see what's inside. Yeah. And this live stream is sponsored by Foxacondi. Yeah, and it's supposed to be 0 calories in this. As you can see, it's a 0. That looks more like an O, though. This looks like a 0. This looks like an O. So, calories. Oh well. But other than that, it's pretty good. And yeah, I feel healthy when I drink it. So here we go. You ready for this? Hey, let's take a sip out of it right away, shall we? Oh, that's nice. And it's Foxacondi. Yeah. So let's see if I can do this with my fingers. I just take the corner here and I just do like this and rip it up. You see? I tear it open, buddy. So when I've done the tear yuppity doodah, there's something inside here. I haven't seen this deck, so I don't know how it looks like and stuff, but oh well. Oh yeah, here it is. So it's a blue box, that's promising. And because it's a blue deck. This is mono blue. There's no other colors inside here. Mono blue. Yeah. So let's open it and see what's inside. There we go. Okay. There's a card outside of the deck here. I don't know what it is. Unstoppable Plan at the beginning of your end step and tap all non-land permanents you control. Okay, so it's cool. But these are all sleeved though. And the sleeves look like this. So it's pretty cool. It's not the sort of sleeves I would choose, but I choose almost always choose like colored sleeves, not sleeves with design, but this was pretty awesome. That's a line right there, and the sleeves have a white border, so I don't know. And this is the commander. He says, Eluge, the shoreless sea. Eluge's power and toughness are each equal to the number of islands you control, so that's cool. And it's going to be pretty big since there's almost guaranteed to be only islands in there. Whenever Eluge enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. It's an island in addition to its other types, for as long as it has a flood counter on it. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. So there you go. When you got enough flood counters on it, since it says island, your spells can become basically free after a while. So yeah. So that's the commander. Pretty cool commander at that, I must say. And it looks like a museum piece. Yeah. So pretty cool. So we're just gonna go through the cards one by one then and see if I've done a good thing or a bad thing. And I always check this when I buy from people I don't know, but this is Wizards of the Coast, so it's not a fake, it's the real deal. So that's good. Wavebreak Hippocamp, it says. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. Yeah, so it's a nice way to draw cards there. Yeah. But I can only draw one card each turn. The reality chip, okay. So you may look at the top card of your library anytime, as long as the reality chip is attached to a creature. You may play lands, and cast spells from the top of your library. Yeah, that's nice. And it also got reconfigure here, which costs 3. Attach to target creature you control, or attach it from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't a creature. And the chat is being translated automatically once again. I wonder if I can do something about this. Call up Google and tell them to remove that stuff. I don't know. But hello, Lanati. Nice to see you, man. Laboratory Maniac. If you withdraw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. So usually if you draw a card, if your library has no cards, you lose the game. But with this card in play, you win the game. That's cool. Hydroelectric Specimen. And it's got flash, you can cast it at an instant speed. When Hydroelectric Specimen enters the battlefield, you may change the target instant or source spell with a single target to Hydroelectric Specimen. Yeah. And it's a land. I have no idea. What's on the other side here? Yeah, it's a land, okay. So, as Hydroelectric Laboratory enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, so. Weird. Okay. And it's so weird. Yeah. I guess I gotta read up on the rulings on that, but I guess it's a creature and a land at the same time. I wonder. Glasspool Mimic. You may have Glasspool Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control, except it's a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other types. That's cool. So yeah, it's pretty decent, that. And I guess it's a land as well, because it says that right here. Glasspool Shore. Yeah, so it's a land. I have no idea which side I should play this for, on the land side or the other one. I should probably read up on that. Battle Chief of Compliance, it says. Instants and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever a ability you control counters a spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Okay. I think I have another version of this card somewhere in my collection. Human Wizard, Archmage Emeritus. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Yeah, so pretty simple. I love the simple magic cards, man. Walk the Aeons. Buy back. Sacrifice 3 islands. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Okay. So I'm going to take some turns, I guess. I'm going to take some turns. What's this? Target player takes an extra... Oh, Jesus. Time stretch. Target player takes 2 extra turns after this one. Okay. So I'm going to be winning lots of games, it seems, with this one, yeah. Temporal Trespass. Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard. Exile. Well, casting the spell pays for 1. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Temporal Trespass. I don't think this has been sorted, though. I should sort it. Step through. Return to target creature to their owner's hands. Wizard cycling. What's that? It's discard this card, search for a wizard card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Okay, so I can find myself a wizard there. Yeah. Mists of Lorien. Replicate. When you cast a spell, copy it for each time you've paid its replicate cost, okay? You may choose new targets for the copies. This is a foil card, as you can see, and it gets a little bit hard to read these foil cards in this light, but okay, I'll give it a go. Return target, non-land permanent, and each other non-land permanent with the same mana value as the permanent to their owner's hands. Okay. Right. I have no idea, man. Merchant Scroll. Search your library blue instant card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Lorien Revealed. This is pretty simple, though. Draw 3 cards, and it's also got island cycling, so I can discard it. Yeah. Hello, Nana. How are you? And I can search my library for an island card, yeah. Ken's Temporal Sundering. You may cast a legendary sorcery only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. So I may not cast this if my commander is not in play or a legendary creature is not in play. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Exile cards, Temporary Sunday. That's cool. Enter the infinite. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in a library. Then put a card from your hand on top of your library. You have no maximum hand size until your next turn. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your library. Okay. So, right. Beacon of Tomorrows. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Shuffle Beacon of Tomorrows into its owner's library. Okay. So, I'm going to be taking a lot of extra turns here, it seems. Cleave. Wash away. You may cast a spell for its cleave cost if you do remove the words in square brackets. Okay. Okay. This is just too much, man. I don't know. This is sort of a deja vu to another deck I revealed some weeks ago. Counter target non-creature spell, untap up to 3 lands. It looks pretty powerful, though, but I don't know. This is probably a little bit overkill for our board. Exile target permanent you control, return that card to the battlefield under its own owner's control at the beginning of your next step. If it enters the battlefield as a creature, it enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Yeah. So, Nana, do you play Magic the Gathering? Strix Serenade. Counter target artifact creature or planeswalker spell. Its controller creates a 2/2 blue bird creature token with 5. Spell Swindle. Counter target spell, create X treasure tokens, where X is that spell's manually. Oh, that's cool. Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Okay. Slip out the back. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It faces out. Oh, nice. That's cool. It's a sort of a protect the creature against board wipes and stuff. Sink into Stupor. And it's also a land here. Return target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So yeah. Yeah, I gotta read up on this. I don't know. I have no clue what this means, but do I pay the land cost or what do I do? Okay. I have to read up on it before my gaming night the day after tomorrow. Cylinder Division. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. Counter target spell untap up to 4 cards. Okay. Reality shift. Exile target creature. Its controller manifests the top card of your library. And that basically just means that, well, it says here that the player puts the top card of the library into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. And if it's a creature card, it can be turned face up anytime for its mana cost. Ripid hybridization, pretty good. Yeah, you just destroy creature and give them a 3/3 green frog lizard creature. Pulse of the Grid, draw 2 cards and discard a card from your hand. Yeah, okay. Wow. They're pulling all the stops here, I guess. Pull from tomorrow. You've seen this before, so it's pretty simple. I don't really have to read it, but you draw X cards and then you discard a card. Pungify. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its control creates a 3/3 green ape creature token. And the green ape looks like that. It doesn't seem too green to me. Oh. Negate. Counter target non-creature spell. Asset traversal. Copy target instant or source spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. Mystic Confluence. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Return target creature to its owner's hand and draw card. Mystical Tutor. Search your library for an instant interrupt mana source or sorcery card. And reveal the card to all players. Shuffle your library and put the revealed card back on top of it. Miscast. Counter target instant or source spell unless its controller pays 3. March of the Swirling Mist. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may exile a number of blue cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Up to X target creatures face up. Okay, so it's a board wipe prevention there. Long River's Pull. Gift a card you may promise an opponent gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. Counter target creature spell. If the gift was promised, instead counter target spell. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Virus Disruption. Counter target spell. And it's control pays 1. A land. I guess I need to turn it around then and see. Yeah, okay, so it's a bunch of lands which are... I don't know, I need to check it out. I don't know. Into the Flood Maw. Get a tapped fish. Gift a tapped fish. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they create a tapped 1/1 blue fish creature token before its other effects. Return target creature and opponent control to its owner's hand. If the gift was promised, instead return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. That is nice. Ghostly Flicker. Exile 2 target artifacts, creatures, and or lands. You control, then return those cards to the battlefield under your control. That is awesome. Hello, Charlie. What's going on, man? Flow of Knowledge. Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2 cards. Everdream. Draw a card, splice into instant arcane. As you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may reveal this card from your hand and pay its splice cost. If you do, add this card's effect to that spell. Okay. Right. I have no idea the usefulness of that, but there we go. Exile target creature you control, then return the card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a spirit, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And I believe... Hold on. Oh, my commander is not a spirit. It's an elemental fish. Oh, well. Counter target spell, its control draws a card. Draw a card. This spell, counter target instant spell. Dig through time. Each... Yeah, it actually looks pretty decent. I agree. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, and the rest at the bottom of your library in any random, not a random order, it's just any order. Yeah. So I get to choose which order. Cryptic Command. Choose 2. Counter target spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Tap all creatures your opponents control or draw a card. And I can choose 2 of those. Counter spell. This one is a classic. 2 blue. Yeah, sorry about that. You want to see it again? Yeah, so there you go. That's my commander. And others' power and toughness are each equal to the number of islands you control. That means me. Whenever Illage enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. It's an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. And the first instant or sorcery spell you cast, each turn costs 1 island or 1 less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. Usually it is like this. You get these removed, but you have to pay the island. But in this case, if you have enough flood counters, the spell is completely free, it seems. So, yeah, it's pretty decent. Buyback, capsize. So, Return target permanent to its owner's hand, and if I pay the buyback costs, you may pay an additional 3. If you do, put it into your hand instead of your graveyard as part of the spell's effect. So yeah, that is pretty decent right there. Brainstorm, one of the... Yeah, it's awesome. That's one of the staples here in Magic the Gathering. Brainstorm, it's draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. So yeah. I think this deck might be a bit overkill for my group, but there we go. I'm gonna have fun playing it anyway. Blur. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card. Blue Sun's Zenith, it says here. Target player draws X cards, shuffle Blue Sun's Zenith into its owner's library. So I'm gonna be drawing a lot of cards. Oh well, okay. Choose one, target counter spell. That's good. Target player draws 2 cards. Okay. Gain control of target non-land permanent. Each converted mana cost. What? Gain control of target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. Okay. So I can gain control of a mana stone or something. Arcane Denial. Counter target spell. That spell's caster may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of their next upkeep. Draw a card at the beginning of your next turn's upkeep. Yeah. This seems really overpowered, to be honest with you. An offer you can't refuse, not an officer, but an offer you can't refuse. Counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. Their artifacts with sacrifices artifact and add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, and card draw is really good, and blue is generally excellent at drawing cards, but I didn't know they were this good, to be honest with you. Authorize. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. Or etherize. Authorize or etherize. I think it's etherize. Authorize means you... I don't know. It's allowed. Thought Vessel. You have no maximum hand size. That's probably good to be in here. Swiftfoot Boots. Yeah, my creature gets hexproof and haste, which is also quite cool. So now we're beginning to approach the end of this deck. We're approaching the lands and the artifacts. Soul Ring. Sapphire Medallion. Blue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I think I got my money's worth with this one, I must say. Dark Depths. I should write that down. Planar Atlas enters the battlefield tapped. When Planar Atlas enters the battlefield, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. If you do, reveal up to 1 land card from among them, then put that card on top of your library and the rest at the bottom of your at the random order. Sorry about that. Dark Depths. Let's see. I'm gonna find myself a pen, man. Write that down. Thank you for the tip, man. £250, I believe it was. Yeah. So that's 2,500 kroner. Arcane Signet, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. So it was not cheap, I gotta admit that, but I wanted to indulge myself in a cool deck, so here I am. Mystic Remora, upkeep whenever cumulative upkeep, so it costs 1 more for each turn. Whenever a target opponent successfully casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. That player may pay 4 to counter this effect. Yep. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, you may draw a card unless the player pays 1. And that's Rhystic Study. So yeah. So yeah, I paid a lot for this deck, but Rhystic Study, that's, well, £50, maybe more. Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more other islands. And a Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield, you may put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. This deck is pulling all the stops, man. Archway of Innovation enters the battlefield tapped unless you control an island. The next spell you cast this turn has Improvise. Okay, what is Improvise? Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you've done activate mana pays for 1. Okay. That's pretty good, but I don't know if I have many artifacts in this deck. Here's a desert. Except all graveyards. That's good. But I have to exile my graveyard as well. I don't know if that's any use. Draw a card, activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. This is actually the first card I think I'll be removing from this deck because I see no use for it. Other than the meme value of it. It's a desert, so. Yeah. Volatile Vault. Sacrifice Volatile Vault. Destroy target non-basic land, and upon controls, that player may search their lair for a basic land card. Put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. You create a treasure token. Oh, that's cool. Mistrise Village. This land enters tapped unless you control a mountain or forest. Okay, so it enters tapped then. The next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. That's cool. So if you got a powerful spell, then Cephalid Colosseum adds, okay, and it does 1 damage to me. Okay. I don't believe in proxies, man. I think that it diminishes the value of the game, and we should just play with the original cards as much as possible. That's my opinion on proxies. So here we got the lands then. Basic lands, I would guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So there you go. That's the deck. And there was also a card not in the deck, but it was included for some reason. So yeah, that is it. That's my blue deck to rule all blue decks and all other decks, in my opinion. This was pretty fun. I can't wait to play it against my friends. I think they're going to be really surprised. I think they're going to be demolished, to be honest with you. And it was fun. Please, if you like what I do here, please consider becoming a member. It really helps the channel out, and it lets me do more of this stuff, buy these bonkers decks and show them to you and talk about them and stuff. And I'm complicating. No, I'm thinking of buying a deck on eBay, but it's pretty expensive as well. So we'll see how I do. Yeah, that's your opinion, man, and that's fine. But my opinion is that proxies is not okay in any situation at all. I think that we should all just support Wizards of the Coast for giving us a good game, and yeah, that's it. But you're welcome to your opinion, of course. It's cool. As long as you're having fun with what you're doing, then that's all that matters, in my opinion. Thank you to Big Boss and Samuel for being members. It really helps the channel out. And thank you, Charlie, for your insight and thoughts and good comments. And I'm going to check that card out of yours. Looking forward to checking it out. Other than that, have yourself a really nice day. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.